Hello everybody and welcome back to the Canadian Tire Centre from downtown Ottawa, Ontario. The Ottawa Senators and the Toronto Maple Leafs. This is their second last meeting this year. The last two games are here in Ottawa between these two clubs. As the draw comes to center ice, Toronto taking the first two games of the year. First one 4-1, second one 4-0. Here tonight from Ottawa, Austin Matthews on 67 goals looking to join the 70 goal club. Here's Shabbat. In behind the goal, Matthews got his career started here with 4 goals. A new Maple Leaf record in a single game in a debut, and early penalty coming here against Toronto. The Senators off to the power play nice and early in this one. And a shot blocked and picked up here. Sens keep it in. Batherson to Tkachuk from the line. Kampf is there, and he'll flip it down the ice. Mitch Marner was after it. He turns back as the Sens get to it. Ottawa on a power play here inside the first period, nice and early. And they come from the left. Drop for DeBrincat. In, shoots, scores! He centers it across. It's tapped in. And it's 1-0 off Ottawa. I believe it strikes Batherson. It is indeed. 2:41 into the first period. So Batherson with a great goal here. And on the power play, they give the Sens the lead early. Face up, one back by Matthews. Pass that's turned over. Tkachuk, middle of the ice, he'll bring it ahead. That's knocked back out. Kerfoot back into the Ottawa zone and bounces off the boards. Here's Marner, drops that back, looking for Matthews, and the feed will never find him. Ottawa, right side and in the Toronto zone, looking, center, Tkachuk a shot. Stops Samsonov, it stays in. Sends with good pressure early here. Tkachuk again. Samsonov the save again. Here's Marner ahead. Austin Matthews, they found him. Here he comes. Matthews breaking in. He stopped. Kerfoot off the side of the goal. They look in from behind and find it. Kerfoot. Here's Nylander to Matthews, and it missed him. A good block there by the Senators. Tkachuk, it stays in. Riley. Here's Kerfoot for Matthews, and he couldn't get it to the goal again. Sends. Here's Morgan Riley inside, looking back. All looks to the middle. Centers that, it's turned over. The Sens get it out to center ice just about halfway through the period. 1-0 Ottawa. Pass for Nylander. Entering the zone, he'll flip this around the Ottawa line. Tavares back. Here's Sandin, a shot. That's off a leg. Pass in front for Nylander. Back for Tavares. Pass that one, and it rolls off the side of the net. Shabbat. Back to it. Senators look to get it out. Here they come up the right side. Alex DeBrincat in with a great move to the net. And Giroux is stopped by Samsonov. It came bouncing down right in front of Samsonov again. Sens setting up Brassard, a backhand. It goes up and over the goals. Leafs try to clear again. It's turned over. DeBrincat's shot right on. Samsonov shrugging that aside with the left pad. Zub back to the Giroux. And another save, Samsonov. A shooting gallery right now. Here's Brassard to Giroux, and another shot that's set wide. Leafs finally get it, and Nylander gets it out to center. Flip back, and this hits the Ottawa line, but Zub picks it back up and gets it right back in the Toronto zone. Brassard to Giroux in front. Samsonov the save. Picked up and cleared by Bunting up for Nylander. He has Yarncroke through the middle of the ice. Calle Yarncroke goes for a spin. Back in front. He centered that a hit away. Here's Mott to Brassard. Good pressure. Bunting. He'll play that to the goal. Easily knocked away. Sens have it again. 2 to go in this first period. Ottawa 1, Toronto 0. Brassard. Bring it inside from the right. Looks and shoots, and it stops Samsonov. Loose, he got it back. Another save there. Sandin clears, and it does get out to center. Now back down the Ottawa ice. And no icing on the call. Picked up again here by the Senators. And in come the Sens again. And that will pretty much do it for the first period. Ottawa 1, Toronto 0 after 1. Shots a goal that period. The Senators had 11. Toronto had 3. It's 1-0 Ottawa. Hits 3-2 Toronto. Faceoffs 2-1 Leafs. The Sens 1 for 1 on the power play. Toronto hasn't had one. 1-0 Ottawa through 20. Welcome into the second period here tonight from Canadian Tire Centre in Ottawa. The Leafs and the Sens go back-to-back here in Ottawa tonight. Yeah, 2 games here from Ottawa, the Leafs and the Sens, and it's going to be fun, whoever wins these games. Stützle up the right wing side. Riley back on him. Stützle in front. Tkachuk right on. And a save there. It's flipped up for Matthews. Austin Matthews taken down. Kerfoot after the puck. It's zoomed to it. To Shabbat. Up for Tkachuk. Now Kerfoot again and back into the Ottawa zone. Takes a ricochet and bounces right to Forsberg. Marner, Matthews, the top line on the ice for Toronto. And as Tkachuk gets by with a step. Matthews tired getting back. Batherson. Great save. Samsonov. Batherson has the only goal this far. Austin Matthews gets the pass. He takes off. Matthews is in! And he sends it up the mark and wide. As that back kicks it around for Marner. Marner. Back for Matthews. Spins and shoots. Off a leg. Pass again. That one trying to find Matthews, but it finds Kerfoot and now Batherson and out. Marner to Kerfoot. On the ice now, Tavares for Matthews. Fired in and around. There's Marner. His drop back for Sandin. A shot. Nice block by Batherson. Stays in momentarily. Now the Sens get it out to center. Shabbat down that right side with speed. Looking in and shooting. And Samsonov makes the save on that. Picked up by Hall. Hall through the middle for Nick Robertson. Robertson in shoots and a save Forsberg. He plays that for Zoom. Here comes Brassard. Left side and Sandin met him at center. Now a penalty coming and it's going against Toronto. The Sens will go back to the power play. And this will be their second of the night. 1-for-1 so far. Face-off coming here to the left side of the Maple Leaf goal. Just past the halfway mark of this contest. One back and picked up by Riley. Flips it down the Ottawa ice. Hits off the boards and finds Sanderson in his own zone. Up ahead for Brassard. For Shane Pinto. And it's poked right back to the Ottawa line. Reset here by Anderson. There is a chance, and Giordano for Toronto at the center line. Lost the puck, gets that back ahead for Zach Aston-Reese. Moving in when he lost the puck. But a good job shorthanded for Toronto to kill the clock. Hit there on the play. Here comes Brassard. And just gets it in the Toronto zone, and Engvall gets it right back out and down the ice. Sends reset on this power play. Brassard over. And he has it again as we're now back to full strength. Pinto. Giordano gets that ahead. He has Nylander with him. The pass finds him in, shoots. Forsberg makes the save on that. And a face-off in the Ottawa zone. Toronto hasn't really pressured the defensive side of things from the Ottawa Senators tonight. They haven't really had the setup lanes. They haven't had anything. Ottawa's doing a good job of closing off that ice. Face-off one back. Yarncrook. Matthews. His line to be on the ice again soon. Brassard, here's Hamonic in his own zone. Turns and centers that for Alex DeBrincat. Brassard down the wing, and he'll just dump that in deep. Chasing after it and overskating. Ottawa from behind the goal. Pass back to the point for Hamonic. In for Giroux. Here's DeBrincat. Stopped by Samsonov. Just getting a piece of that, and he'll have a face-off here in the Toronto zone with 4:29 left to go in the second. Ottawa 1, Toronto 0. Yarncrook's line still on the ice here for the Maple Leafs. One back by Ottawa. Sanderson has it from the corner. Brassard and a kick save Samsonov. The puck came free. Yarncrook is there and he ices it. Flipped around. That finds Bunting. No icing as he picks it up. Bunting goes for a spin. Turns back. Still has Ottawa over him and he lost the puck to Hamonic. That's played for Brassard. Now DeBrincat. Up the board side. Turned back again, and Bunting was there. Now Shane Pinto in, one-on-one, and a save. Samsonov with the glove. Final minute of the second period. That's played ahead for Kerfoot. Kerfoot moves in, has help, and drops that back for Matthews. Hit a stick, and they tried again to get it back. Good pressure here as Sens get it back on their sticks for the third time of this shift already. Up ahead for Mott, and that will do it for two. The Ottawa Senators a 1-0 lead through 40 minutes of play tonight from Ottawa. Shots a goal in the hockey game, 17-5 Sens. Hits are 9-5 Toronto. Faceoffs 4-3 Toronto. Power play Sens 1 for 2. Toronto hasn't had one. It's 1-0 Ottawa after 2. Welcome into the third period here tonight from Canadian Tire Center in downtown Ottawa. The Senators and the Leafs, third of 4 meetings this year. First 2 are in Toronto. Leafs took them both. Sens have the lead in this one to start the third period. Here's Tkachuk. Up the board side. He'll flip this in deep. Sandin is to it. Up for Marner. Marner, he looks for help, and Austin Matthews found it. Matthews in the slide. A shot doesn't make its way to the goal. Gets it back again with a backhand, and that is right on. And Kerfoot to Matthews again. In, shoots, and it goes wide. Kachuk, corner side. And he's taken down, and that's going to be a penalty against the Maple Leafs. Ottawa will go to their third power play tonight. They are 1 for 2. So the face-off coming. Kerfoot heads off the penalty kill line on the ice for Toronto. Sakas Cerise, Kelly Yarncroke, Morgan Riley, and Mark Giordano. Draw one back by Toronto. And Giordano is there, and he clears it down the ice. Off the board, Yarncroke breaks in, and he sends it high. Great chance there for the Maple Leafs, as Forsberg is going to have to smother that in a face-off in the Ottawa zone. So the face-off coming here. It will come to the right side of the Ottawa net. Nick Robertson to take it for Toronto. Wins it back for Hall. Shoots, redirects, and Engvall was there. No rebound. Sens get it for Batherson. In shorthanded. On a break. And he's stopped by Samsonov. Reaching out and stopping that is put ahead for Engvall. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Here comes Engvall in. And a stop Forsberg. Playing that down. Leafs getting some looks early here in the third. Here comes Hall. Has help with him and a shot that redirects. Easy tip off the pad of the netminder. And back out the center. Reset here, back to full strength. Ottawa 1 for 3 on the power play. Kerfoot through the middle, trying to find Brody. That's turned over. Batherson a lane again. Drops for Kachuk. Back for Shabbat. Down the slot and a save Samsonov. Hall for Kerfoot. Here comes Toronto the other way. Kerfoot bumped off the puck. Going after it is Yarncroke. Corner boards. He's battling for it again. The Leafs. Kachuk getting in there is Bunting. Back for Morgan Riley. And again, the Leafs lose the puck, and it's brought out by Drake Batherson. Almost halfway through the third, 1-0 Ottawa. Down that left side, drop for Stützle. A save Samsonov. Riley. Here's Dennis Mulligan the other way. Toronto will flip this in the Ottawa zone. Played around for Yarncroke, looks in front. That missed Bunting. Pass for Giordano. He gets by everybody. Yarncroke gets the pass, and the Leafs lose it again. Pinto in his own corner. For Kachuk. Stays in here, and now back out comes Joseph with it for Pinto. Up the boards, Mulligan taking him off the puck. 8 minutes to go here, third period. Tavares. Off the bench comes William Nylander. Good pressure in by Tavares for Nylander. Looks in front, the shot saved, and the rebound. Bunting can't get a handle on it. Joseph, it stays in, and Bunting is offside. 6:20 left to go in the third. 1-0 Ottawa. The draw will come here. Draw one back by Shabbat. Here's Mott on the wing up ahead for Pinto. Leafs and the Sens have one more after this one, so stay tuned. Played ahead for Tavares. And he's bumped off the puck. Goes back to get it again. Nylander stepping in for Tavares. John Tavares for Nylander in front. He shoots, and Forsberg made the save on that. Here's Shabbat to the corner side. Toronto hasn't really pressured in this game. Tavares to Riley. Centers that for Nylander. And Tavares after in the corner. Lost the puck. Pinto to it again. For DeBrincat. Stays in momentarily. Shabbat. And that's going to be a penalty against the Leafs. The time running out here in the third period. Sens are going to have a power play in the final 2 minutes of play. As Hall finally touches up. So here we go. A power play here for the Senators. They are 1 for 3 on this afternoon. This will be their fourth attempt, and it comes inside the last minute and a half of play. One back controlled by Sanderson, a shot that was blocked. Sandin picks it up off the bounce. Kicked around for David Kampf. Kampf will get it ahead and out. Here comes Kampf, might have help with him. Kampf to Marner. And nothing there as Forsberg on top. He corrals it. 55 seconds to go. Leafs haven't really set up anything in this hockey game tonight. No passing, no shooting. They've been all over the place, just trying to find the puck on their sticks. 12 shots a goal for the Leafs overall tonight. Not much to show. Turn back here, hit by Rasmus Sandin. He's after the puck. Engvall was chasing for it as well. Played for Batherson. Has the only goal that came on the power play early in that first period. Stützle moves in. Lost the puck. Sandin for Pierre Engvall. Engvall gets by the step. Here's Pierre Engvall. Moves in and shoots. And sent wide. Stützle taken off, 25 seconds to go. Kachuk with speed enters the zone to the net, and he loses it, and it rolls in behind. Mete for Zach Aston-Reese with time running out. Here's Zach Aston-Reese breaking in to the net. Stopped by Forsberg, gets it back and centers it for Engvall. Backhands that right on. 6 seconds to go. Back in front. That stop, they score! Pierre Engvall, stick on the ice with under 5 seconds to go. Ties it at 1. Right place, right time. And it is a short-handed goal for the Maple Leafs. Pierre Engvall will get it on a rebound in the slot. And that silences the Ottawa crowd. The draw here. One back by Kampf. Pass ahead to him. Here's David Kampf. Moves in and shoots. And a stop Forsberg. And overtime needed tonight from Ottawa. The Leafs tie it with just 5 seconds left. Shots to goal in the game are 20-17 in favor of Ottawa. Hits 15-10 Toronto. Faceoffs 8-6 Toronto. Power play sends 1 for 3. Toronto with a short-handed goal. Sends on the power play for 33 seconds in overtime. Welcome into overtime period. Penalty kill line on the ice to start overtime for Toronto. Kampf along with his teammates, and the draw one back by the Sens. Chabot, that's poked back out to Brinket. Back ahead, this finds Stützle. He'll just clear it in. Seconds running down on the power play. Leafs look up ice. That finds TJ Brodie. And Brodie lost it through the middle. Now we're back to full strength. Kachuk in. He's turned back. Chabot has it along the boards. Leafs get back to it. That's played up ice. And it finds David Kampf. He'll get it down the ice off a bounce. Kampf to it. No icing. Here in overtime. Here's David Kampf. He'll spin and play that back and around. It finds Morgan Rielly. Rielly back for Marner. Setting up. Here's Brodie. A shot. Rifled off the blocker and into the corner. Picked up by Marner again. Looks. Spins. Still has the puck. Again, that's Kampf for Marner. His shot. And loose at front. That's Forsberg on top of it. He'll cover. Early here in the overtime period. So the faceoff will come. Austin Matthews line on the ice. Sitting on 67 goals. Draw one by Matthews. Pass gets to him. Here's Austin Matthews. Gave that away. Pinto back out. Rielly on him. Pinto with a great move. Gets by it in. Marner trying to stop. To break it to the net. Stopped by Samsonov. Matthews for Marner. Marner has Rielly. Here's Marner to Morgan Rielly to win it! And he sent it off the mark and in behind. Leafs get it back. Pinto. Good pressure by Toronto in this overtime period on that rush. Matthews still on the ice. He hasn't seen the puck here in overtime yet. Marner trying to stop that. Chance to the net. Stopped by Samsonov. DeBrincat was all over it. Now Marner. And Matthews back again. Mitch Marner. Looks, and he will find help as a hit a stick. Bad line change by the Leafs. Sens bring it back in again. Open ice. Shot won't make its way to the goal. Tavares. He'll take off the other way. Final minute of overtime. A shot. Stop. It was loose. Chabot turns the other way. Here comes Ottawa. 45 seconds to go in the overtime period, and a penalty coming. And it's going against Toronto. With just 43 seconds to go in the overtime period. Senators won their 5th power play of the night. They're 1 for 4. Their only goal is on the power play. Toronto's is shorthanded. Here comes the faceoff right side of the Leaf net. 1-1 in the overtime period. Won by Kerfoot. Giordano. He has Mete ahead. Victor Mete, an overtime win already this season. Broke his stick getting it in for Kerfoot. Kerfoot to it first. Looks back for help and finds it in Giordano. That hits his stick and goes back down the Maple Leaf ice. Samsonov plays it in behind and around for Mete. He still doesn't have a stick. Kerfoot. And he'll have to get it ahead for Mark Giordano and does. Here's Giordano. 18 seconds to go in overtime. Giordano looks back for Kerfoot. That's given away Mete a new stick. And he'll get it back across for Kerfoot. Mete. 7 seconds to go in overtime. Flipped in by the Maple Leafs and around it goes. Batherson, good pressure, doesn't matter. And we are headed for a shootout tonight from Canadian Tire Center. Shots to goal in the hockey game are 22-20 in favor of Ottawa. We head into a shootout tonight. Leafs and Senators. Welcome into the shootout. A 1-1 game needs extra time. These two play again right after this for a second game in a row. It'll be William Nylander started for Toronto. Here's Nylander moving in slowly. Going left to right, in on Forsberg. He scores! Good patience and tight, and Toronto in round one strikes first. That's what you got to do if you're the Maple Leafs. Round one for the Ottawa Senators. The shooter will be Drake Batherson. Has the only goal for Ottawa tonight. Going right to left. What a save! Samsonov got a piece of it and keeps it out. Round two for Toronto is Mitch Marner. Here's Marner. He's full of speed moving in. Scores! What a move in the hand in tights by Mitch Marner. Yeah, and that was just patience and a beautiful move in tight. Ottawa needs to score to stay alive. It's Brady Tkachuk. In on Ilya Samsonov. Stopped. And the Leafs win it. In the shootout. Toronto takes it 2-1. Yeah, and there's one more game here in Ottawa coming up now. And shootout winner for the Maple Leafs. Goal scorers Nylander and Marner in the shootout. What a win for this Toronto Maple Leafs squad.